Well, today let's talk about my sump pump. Sump pump, S-U-M-P pump. Some of you know what that is, most of you don't. It's a tank. You can see it behind me. It's maybe 3 feet in diameter, about 6 feet deep. It's a tank, and all the wastewater from the house goes in there. And why am I talking about that? Well, because a sump pump is a pretty critical item that usually goes ignored. And what the deal is out behind it, out past the driveway there, you can see in the distance, you can see my neighbor's house. But between my neighbor's house and us is a wall, and under that wall is a sewage pipe. And it happens to be the main sewage feed out of this part of the subdivision where Linda and I live. And our house is below that. So how does the sewage, how does the wastewater from the house get there? It goes into that tank, and when the tank gets full, there's a pump that comes on automatically called a sump pump, and pumps that effluent up to the sewage line, where it goes about 12 miles. It goes in progressively bigger and bigger sewage pipes and on up to the treatment facility up on the north end of Bend, Oregon, where we live. Why is that important? Well, it wasn't that important to me. I knew it was always there, but about a year ago, the pump failed, and we had to replace it to the tune of about $1,500. Boy, when it went down, it was a real problem because we couldn't flush, we couldn't put any water in the drain. We were down. We were down. If we ever had a great power outage, something catastrophic, the house would be very difficult to live in just because of that little pump. So what this illustrates is that there are systems going on in your life right now that you don't pay attention to, but you depend on. Now, every time, and this has been for years and years, this has been for me, but when I'm at the sink, Linda does the cooking usually, and I clean up the kitchen. Typical male-female thing, right? Whenever the water's going down the drain, I'm thinking about where it's going, down the pipe, into the sump pump, up to the sewage pipe, the main sewage feed out of here. And why am I telling you this? Because the way I live my life, I'm always thinking of what's beyond and what's before results. So I think about the water and its full journey, not just that it went down the drain. And I think about that all through the life. And people ask me how I get through the day. Well, I get through the day thinking about the systems of my life, the systems of my car, the systems of my relationships, the systems of the trees behind me here, beautiful trees. And if you go through life thinking about reality, flat-out reality, which has to do with systems all around you, you're involved in them, they're happening around you, you can get what you want out of life, because that's what life is. And so you start thinking about the systems, immersing yourself in the systems, rather than shuffling around the bad results of systems that you don't pay attention to. Recurring theme, this is an orientation video, again, and we'll talk about that a lot. Have a great day.